Charlie, this is Cameron for TweakTown. I'm back at the ASRock headquarters in Taipei. I was here last week. I'm back again. To my left is Chris Lee. He's the marketing manager for ASRock. And now to Chris's left is Jonathan Fatality Wendell. Some say he's the best gamer in the world, and I agree. Now I'm going to hand it over to Chris, who's going to talk about the Fatality P67 motherboard.
Hi, this is Chris from ASRock, and you know what? ASRock is going to, having a great gaming series main board. We call that Fatality series. Actually, we cooperated with Fatality a couple months ago, and you know what? We found the world's famous gamer, Jonathan Fatality, and we cooperate. Jonathan gave us great ideas about the board design, and finally the first board came out. It's a Fatality P67 Professional gaming series main board.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey,
welcome to Taipei. Yeah, I've just seen the board here. You've just pulled it up from the lab. Can you give us a bit of a rundown about the motherboard and what design ideas have you put into this board, and just a bit of a rundown about the product?
Well, this is the P67 Intel chipset. It's going to feature the 1155 LGA CPU processors, but some of the features I really like on it, obviously is a SATA 6 gigabit transfer rate. Also, the cool feature I think is really special is the Fatality mouse port. This is a special mouse port strictly for like overclocking your USB ports. So a lot of people use older mice, even back from 2000. So you look at the Microsoft IntelliMouse 1.1, 3.0, which I still use today, and all of these usually run at default 125 hertz. So we allow the gamer to really, basically when you install the F-Stream, it'll automatically overclock it to my personal setting, which is 500 hertz. People will be very impressed about how well this will increase your performance and your experience playing the game. I noticed a humongous increase in accuracy when I'm shooting my weapons with this feature. Also, it almost appears you're getting more frame rate. So I really like that feature. And that's like really the most powerful thing on the motherboard for me personally. And then obviously the faster boot times, the faster loading times. Those are a lot of the main features I really like about it.
Now, Jonathan, as for the audio side of this motherboard, can you give us some details?
Well, obviously, I've been working with Creative for about 4 or 5 years, really working on sound, because sound is so important for gamers. So on this motherboard, we actually featured the THX True Studio Pro, so that's one of the features we come custom with the motherboard itself. So you get a suite of sound, with smart volume, crystallizer.
So, sorry, Jonathan, how exactly would that help the gamer? Is that like surround sound? You can hear from all different angles where your enemy could be coming from?
Yes, of course. I mean, this is one of the big things I've been talking about for the last 4 or 5 years with X-Fi sound, remember, and then now THX True Studio Pro. It really allows you to hear your opponent. So is he is he 5 feet around the corner, or is he 20 feet around the corner? Should I use the pistol or should I use the machine gun? So you really just have to know what you're up against, so how you can get the kill as fast as possible.
And Jonathan, that's exactly why over the years I've never been able to get one kill on you, right? The times we've played in the US, China, and Taiwan, I've never had a chance. All right.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah. Jonathan, as far as you spoke about the audio and the Fatality mouse port, can you run over some of the other features of the motherboard?
Yeah, I mean, here we have the digital PW design. Actually, on the back of the board, we have actually the chip, and this will help with the V-core voltage to the CPU, create more stability and smoothness to the process. We also have the V16 core power phase. This basically allows when the computer's really heavy under a lot of stress, like when we're playing video games or whatnot, it's really going to be able to load a lot of the power to all 16 power phases. This is really going to increase, or decrease the heat on the board, make it much more stable and much more powerful for the gamer, which is what we want. We want the motherboard to be very stable and very good power.
Now, Jonathan, you've spoken about the hardware. Can you tell us about some of the software side of the product?
Well, that's actually a couple of the really cool features on this board. Is we have the Uefi, the new kind of BIOS. Allows you to have a new interface, more graphical. You can use a mouse in this BIOS, and then also with Uefi, you're able to have a bootable hard drive more than 2 terabytes. So that's one of the great features. And then also, when you buy this board, you also get the F-Stream tuning, which is the software application that we only have with the Fatality motherboard. This will allow you to take advantage of the Fatality mouse port, do some overclocking with the frequencies and multipliers in there, and also change your CPU fan and do a lot of other cool settings. Also power saving as well to get it down to only using 1 power phase when you're in idle mode. So just save more power. Alright, so another feature we have on the Fatality motherboard is actually a front panel that has 2 USB 3.0 ports. And also another great feature, it has a nice little bay in here, so you can put your SSD drive right in there and pop it right in.
Now, Chris, just one of the final questions. Do you have an idea of the price of the Fatality P67 motherboard?
Yep, the retail price of the Fatality P67 Professional series mainboard will be around 250 something.
And just the final question, when will a gamer consumer be able to pick up this motherboard?
Well, it actually depends on the CPU, Intel CPU launch date, but as we know that Intel CPU will be launched around 2011 January. So the motherboard will be similar time frame. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, Fatality, and Chris. This has been Cameron for TweakTown at the ASRock headquarters in Taipei, looking at the Fatality motherboard.